This video is brought to you thanks to the generosity of our patrons. If you'd like to support HeliSimmer.com and all that we do, please visit patreon.com/HeliSimmer. Hello everyone, I am Sergio of HeliSimmer.com and I am bringing you another episode of the weekly Flyby, where we will go through everything that happened in the helicopter flight simulation community the week that passed. Our first news of the week was supposed to be something very nice for the community, but in the end, it was rather disappointing. We were contacted by an individual saying that he would like to donate a 3D model of the H160 for anyone that was willing to bring it to a sim. That was a rather generous offer. Nonetheless, a few hours after we released the file, a community member noticed that something was wrong. The model of the H160 was very similar to one that can be found in a website called TurboSquid. TurboSquid is a marketplace for 3D assets, and you can indeed purchase some helicopters, cars, or any other kind of 3D model. That may not give you the right to distribute it or even use it in certain projects. So you can't just buy a model there and put it on a website for everyone to download and use it. As soon as we confirmed that something was not right, we removed the file from our servers, took down any social sharing we had done, and banned that person from our Facebook group. We were planning on getting in touch with the real author of the files, but he contacted us instead, and we could explain everything that happened to him. Piracy is not accepted on our website and our community. We do not condone these behaviors, and we take swift and effective action whenever something like this happens. We have the utmost respect for everyone's work, and we do not take it lightly when someone is taking advantage of what these people do in an act of extreme disrespect as this one. On a second, more cheerful news, we have released something very cool. If you have been noticing the progress of community member and HeliSimmer.com's friend Fergus Maloney, he has been working on a mobile helipad where you can land at and move it around with or without your helicopter on top of it. Unfortunately, not all helicopters are supported, so you should take a look at the manual as you try your own. The plugin is very well made, and it's very easy to control the helipad and move it around. You also have the ability to record and recall the position of the helipad, so you can easily go back to your hangar, place it immediately, and off you go. The second cool thing about this helipad is that Fergus, with the help of Chris of Tanto, another community member and our friend, released a version with the HeliSimmer.com logo, a special HeliSimmer edition. The texture looks really nice, and it's definitely my personal helipad now. What an amazing job. Check out the link on the video description to download it. About 2 weeks ago, we reviewed ORBX True Earth Southern California scenery for X-Plane. If you recall that review made by Joe Hudson, you probably remember that he was quite disappointed with the scenery. As someone that knows the area very well, Joe, who actually learned to fly in those vicinities, was expecting to find at least a few helipads. Instead, he found none, or some really bad ones, where his helicopter sank into. After some users asked about helipads at the ORBX official forums, developer Tony Robleski replied saying that, quote, "Hard objects in X-Plane come at an expensive performance cost, so we don't make objects hard surfaced, especially in such a crowded area," end quote. What Tony means is that having a lot of helipads would hurt the performance of the scenery. Nonetheless, Joe and I insisted on the forums, and Tony finally said that, quote, "There is an update on the way that will add helipads to lots of the downtown buildings and to fix some problems, so the update should please a lot of helicopter pilots who are looking to do this type of flying," end quote. These are excellent news and a sign that ORBX is listening to your community after all, and that they are ready to act upon their customers' feedback. Let's hope ORBX now adds at least the most iconic and important helipads. I am sure a lot of us want to do some flights taking off from the LAPD heliport, the biggest heliport in the world. Eagle Rotorcraft Simulations released their Bell 505 for FSX and P3D, but don't start parting yet. This is not the final version, but rather an open beta. George Arana, the person behind Eagle Rotorcraft Simulations, has been developing aircraft, mostly helicopters, for FS 2004, FSX, and Prepared for several years. And although he has been teaming up with some other developers, Eagle Rotorcraft Simulations is pretty much a one-man show. He has been working on the 505 for some time, and he has decided to release it as an open beta, which is not something he normally does. On the Eagle Rotorcraft Simulations Facebook page, George explains his decision to release his model at this moment. You see, George is going to be a father in a few weeks. So he decided to release the 505 so that other developers in the community may pitch in and perhaps even help him finish the project. If you are up to the task, check out the link on the video description, download the files and get to it. The community thanks you. And that was all for the week. We had a rough first news, but we had a few good highlights after that one for sure. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit that like button, and if you didn't, let us know with a thumbs down and some comments on the section below. You can also subscribe to our channel and don't forget to enable notifications so that you know whenever a new video is out. If you'd like to support what we do here at HeliSimmer.com, please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/HeliSimmer. I will be back next week for another episode of the weekly flyby. Until then, take care and fly safe.